Hi guys, wee Mark here in the cabin. I've got my bucket of soapy water, so I'm just going away to wipe down the wheels and the underneath of the bike, guys, round the swinging arm, etc. Right, wee video for you. As you know, I've had this bike since the second week of September. Ruby here. She's a late. I would just want to. I've probably done 1,500 miles on it now, guys, since I've had it. And when I bought the bike, it had 1,462 miles. So I've done as much as the previous owner in a year, nearly. As you know, it came with a host of fitted accessories, guys, which I like. I did look at the new 25 model with the upgraded suspension, the LED clocks, lights, etc., which obviously is a more modernised version with rider modes, and you can sync the TFT to your phone, etc. The only thing I didn't like about it was the exhausts. I prefer the finish of these ones. So when I bought this bike, I mean, because of the accessories fitted, I mean, it had heated grips, dresser bars, lower engine protection, an actual DIN socket, which I just found out in January when I was in cleaning the bike. I didn't realise it had that. So that's your DIN socket in there. So I didn't realise it had that one, so I missed that one. So you can plug a DIN power unit in there, and I've actually got a heated seat pad, so I could plug that in. I've never tried it, but I probably won't until the colder weather comes in now. So yeah, also the Dart fly screen, which I do like a fly screen, and obviously the Givi pannier rails and rear rack there. And as you know, behind me I've got the boxes up in the shelf there. I've just over in the corner there, just above the wheel and the mudguard, I've still got the Evotech phone mount to go up in the handlebars and the base plate for the top box that I purchased. Yeah, so host accessories, as I said. Oh, and the Evotech radiator guard in there, guys. So what have I added? Well, obviously wee Mark's got to put his own touch on the bike. So probably one of the main ones was I got a data tooled, and I put the centre stand on. £260 for a centre stand. Then half an hour for labour to get it fitted, guys. Gee whiz, done that, but when I purchased the bike, guys, I got the sump plate there on. That wheel bobbins protection. I changed out these, so they had Triumph on it, both sides. All my leads and everything are on it. I've got the tank protection, and obviously that's the Oxford USB on it, guys. Obviously I got the seat done. There's a Thunderbox in that under the seat where the Oxford power supply is wired into, and so is the, where's my lead? It was just here a second ago. Yeah, my case. I had that on yesterday because it was rather cold. I had that on yesterday, so that's wired into the, I'll just stick it in the back of there just now. And I've also got an Optimate charge lead on it, which is very handy. I've just recently bought a private number for it, so I'm getting my MA67 MCS. I've got M67 MCS on Miley the Mocha. So this bike, now that I've done about 1,500 miles on it, guys, I'm blending with it very, very well. I would say the only thing for me with my diminutive height, gee whiz, I can hardly get my teeth around that one, but because I'm only like 5'3.5", 5'4", with a 26-inch, 26.5 and a good deal inside leg, guys, you know, I can't get feet flat on ground, which when you can do that, I was able to do that on the Honda Rebel, guys, and do you know something? It's such a nice feeling to have feet planted on the ground. But when you're tiptoes, you know, you're putting more weight which goes through my abdomen, which is my weak point, guys, because it takes me all my time to put it up in the centre stand. And there's some days I go into the house and I'm like, oh my God, I feel it. But hey ho. That doesn't detract the ride, does it? Because it's a ride that puts a smile on your face, and so does this bike. It's not fast, not like the MT, but it's not the type of bike that you want to ride fast. You just want to ride it for the enjoyment. The soundtrack that it makes when you're riding it and you're accelerating up through the gears puts a smile on your face. And there's enough torque there to pull you past cars if you need to overtake them. The dash is very simplistic, guys. The only thing, as I said, I've mentioned before, got to push the info button about 6 times to get it round to the clock. Therefore, for the guts of £9 I got this off a Fleabay. So you can see the angle that the phone mount's sitting on. So the new one, the Evotech one, will fit to one of these bars. I can't remember if it's the top or the bottom one. And this, it should sit straight, which will be a bonus. My seat is beginning to bed in quite nicely, so that's another bonus. And the satisfying click. Look at that, fantastic. So yeah, this bike for WeMark doesn't do everything brilliantly, guys, but what it does do, it does very, very well. And coming around the front, guys, you know that I upgraded the bulbs, even the little pilot light at the bottom. That's an Osram 6K, so I've got a nice bright light now. And the bike, as you know, data tooled, and it's also got a data tag on it, which I had to re-register for myself because it was still pertaining to the old owner. So, Michelin Classic Road tyres, they actually work very well. I've ridden out in heavy rain, guys, and they do not cause any concerns for alarm. They hold the road very, very well. So, you know, folk would probably say upgrade to Michelin Road 6s, blah, blah, blah. I might just put another set of these on. I'll wait and see what the tyre guy says at that particular time. Obviously, you know that I always go with my juice holder. It's always handy to have on there. Flaps about a bit, but hey-ho. I did think about, you know how I've got the horn on Bumble? I did think about getting one, guys, to put on here. Because it is much louder. But I thought with it being quite close to the pipes here, it might melt. So I thought, no, well, no bother. Anyway, guys, that's all I want to say. 1,500 mile review. It's a comfortable bike. It puts a smile on your face. And if it does that, then it's a winner, isn't it? I better go and get the bike washed now. Anyway, take care, guys, and I love you all. And we'll see you in the next one. My ride out yesterday, I did plan to film it from Brechin into Forfar because I went to the Auto Jumble. But it was blowing a bloody hoolie, guys. So when I got to Brechin, I thought, no, I'm not going to look out the camera equipment and put it on because I felt it was just too windy. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Love yous all. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Bye-bye.